Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something powerful today. We live in a world where everyone is looking to be seen, to be valued, to be loved. But too often we try to earn it the wrong way. We bend, we mold, we shrink ourselves to fit into someone else's idea of who we should be. But I want you to know this. You already have everything you need to captivate and inspire. You don't need to beg for attention or approval. All you have to do is be you. The most magnetic force you possess is already within you. It's your self-assurance, your belief in your own value, your unshakable sense of self-worth. Too often we look outside ourselves for validation, for someone to tell us we're enough, we're beautiful, we're deserving. But let me tell you something powerful. You don't need anyone's permission to feel good about who you are. You were born with everything you need to stand tall, walk boldly, and command respect. That power, it's been inside you all along. Think about it. Confidence isn't something you find, it's something you decide to embrace. It's the realization that you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else because your uniqueness is your greatest strength. No one else in this world has your story, your voice, your perspective. That alone makes you irreplaceable. When you truly understand this, you'll stop feeling the need to compete for attention or approval. Instead, you'll realize that being yourself is the most irresistible thing you can do. When you walk into a room with your head held high, you send a silent message to everyone around you. I know my worth, and I'm not afraid to own it. That kind of energy is magnetic. It draws people in, not because you're trying to impress them, but because they can't help but feel inspired by your self-assurance. Confidence is contagious. It makes people want to be near you, to learn from you, to understand the secret behind your glow. But let's be honest, it's not always easy to tap into that inner power. We all have moments of doubt. Times when the world seems determined to dim our light. In those moments, it's so important to remember that your worth isn't tied to your achievements, your looks, or the opinions of others. It's intrinsic. You are valuable simply because you exist. Here's the thing. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. When you respect yourself, you show others how to respect you. When you love yourself, you teach others how to love you. And when you believe in yourself, you inspire others to believe in you too. That's the power of self-assurance. It not only changes how you see the world, but it also changes how the world sees you. So stop waiting for someone to tell you you're enough. Stop waiting for permission to shine. Step into your power. Not because anyone else told you to, but because you decided it's time. When you do, you'll find that the world responds in kind. You'll see opportunities you never noticed before, connections you never imagined, and a sense of freedom you never thought possible. So, your power comes from within. It always has and it always will. Trust it, nurture it, and watch it transform your life in ways you never dreamed. The way you carry yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Every action you take, every boundary you establish, every choice you make sends a clear signal about the value you place on yourself. You are constantly teaching the world what is acceptable and what is not. And the truth is, people will follow the standard you set. When you respect yourself, you create a natural expectation for others to do the same. It's not about being demanding or unapproachable. It's about showing through your actions that you understand your worth and won't compromise it. This means saying no when something doesn't serve you, even if it feels uncomfortable. It means not settling for less than what you know you deserve, whether it's in relationships, career opportunities, or friendships. It's about holding yourself to a level of care, dignity, and self-respect that leaves no room for anything less. When you set the standard, you stop waiting for others to define your worth. You stop hoping someone will treat you well, and instead you show them what that looks like. Think about it. How can someone know how to value you if you don't first demonstrate that value to yourself? People will rise or fall to the expectations you set. If you tolerate disrespect, inconsistency, or neglect, you are in effect telling the world that it's okay to treat you that way. And when you hold firm to your boundaries, when you walk away from what doesn't align with your worth, you create space for what does. Setting the standard doesn't mean being perfect or expecting perfection. It means understanding your needs, your goals, and your non-negotiables. It's about knowing what brings you joy and what drains your energy, and being intentional about surrounding yourself with people and experiences that uplift you. It's about recognizing your value so deeply that you don't have to shout it. It simply radiates from you. The beautiful thing about setting the standard is that it attracts the right people into your life. When you live with self-respect and confidence, you naturally draw in those who align with your energy. The ones who aren't willing to meet your standard, they'll fall away, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk with you on your journey. And letting go of what doesn't serve you is an act of self-love. But remember, setting the standard begins with you. It's in the way you talk to yourself, the way you prioritize your well-being, and the way you honor your dreams. It's in how you treat your time, your body, and your mind. You can't expect others to value you if you don't value yourself first. When you set the standard, you become a force to be reckoned with. You walk through life with clarity and purpose, knowing that you deserve nothing less than respect, love, and fulfillment. And the best part? When you live by this truth, the world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. Authenticity is one of the most powerful forces you can wield in this world. It's not about being flawless or meeting societal expectations. It's about being unapologetically yourself. The truth is, people are drawn to authenticity in a way that nothing else can compare to. There's a raw, magnetic energy that comes with being real, with showing up in the world as who you truly are, without pretending to be someone else. But now back to my interview. Fred is my guest, and we open up this way. In a world that often encourages us to fit into boxes, to conform to certain standards, being authentic is revolutionary. It's the act of standing tall in your own skin, embracing your quirks, your flaws, your passions, and your story, without shame or fear of judgment. It's about allowing yourself to be human. Vulnerable, imperfect, and yet perfectly you. When you let go of the need to perform or fit into someone else's idea of who you should be, you create space for your true essence to shine. Authenticity creates connections that are deep, meaningful, and lasting. When you're real with others, they feel seen and heard. They can relate to your struggles, your triumphs, and your journey because it's familiar and genuine. In a sea of carefully curated personas, authenticity stands out as a beacon of truth. People want to be around those who are not afraid to be themselves because it gives them permission to do the same. You become a safe space for others to express their true selves, and in doing so, you create an environment of trust and understanding. Being authentic also means owning your story, the good, the bad, and the messy parts in between. It means acknowledging your past, learning from it, and not allowing it to define you, but rather shape you into the person you are today. When you accept and love yourself, flaws and all, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop looking for approval because you've already given it to yourself. And this self-acceptance is the key to being irresistibly authentic. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. There's a quiet confidence that comes with being authentic, a confidence that doesn't rely on external validation or comparison to others. It's a confidence that stems from knowing who you are and, more importantly, being okay with who you are. This doesn't mean you're immune to criticism or judgment, but it does mean you're not swayed by it. Your value isn't tied to what others think of you. It's anchored in your own understanding of yourself. The most magnetic people are those who are unapologetically themselves. They don't hide behind masks or try to be what they think others want them to be. They show up as they are, raw, real, and without pretense, and that is what draws people to them. Authenticity is magnetic because it creates an atmosphere of freedom and ease. When you stop trying to be someone else, you invite others to do the same, and together you create a space where everyone can thrive. It's also important to remember that authenticity doesn't mean being rigid or unchanging. Being authentic is about being true to who you are in the moment, but it also involves growth. It's about embracing your evolution, your journey, and allowing yourself to change while still staying true to your core values and beliefs. Authenticity isn't about staying stagnant. It's about being real with where you are, accepting who you are, and knowing that it's okay to evolve over time. When you embrace authenticity, you become a magnet for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences. You'll find that the relationships you cultivate are based on real connections, not superficial facades. The moments you share with others will be rooted in genuine understanding, and you'll attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are, not for who you pretend to be. Let go of the fear of being judged or misunderstood. Step into your authentic self, flaws and all, and watch how the world responds. Authenticity isn't just irresistible, it's transformational. It changes the way you show up in the world and the way the world shows up for you. Graceful detachment requires you to trust yourself deeply and to trust the process of life. It's about understanding that not everything is in your control, and sometimes the best thing you can do is step back and let things unfold as they will. It's not about giving up or giving in. It's about recognizing that there is strength in surrendering control. When you stop forcing things to happen, you stop resisting the natural flow of life. And this shift in perspective allows you to act from a place of peace rather than desperation or anxiety. This detachment also allows you to break free from the need for constant validation. Many people seek approval from others because they believe it will bring them a sense of worth. But when you practice graceful detachment, you realize that you are already whole and complete as you are. You no longer rely on someone else's praise or attention to feel good about yourself. You can still enjoy positive feedback, but you don't let it determine your self-esteem. Your worth is intrinsic, and it's rooted in your own values and beliefs, not in someone's fleeting opinion of you. Another key element of graceful detachment is understanding when to walk away. This could mean walking away from relationships that no longer serve you, from toxic situations, or from any form of stress or negativity that weighs you down. It doesn't mean abandoning the people you care about, but rather knowing when it's time to protect your peace and to set boundaries. When you are detached in a graceful way, you are able to leave without bitterness, without attachment to the outcome, and with a sense of peace within yourself. You understand that everyone's journey is different, and sometimes parting ways is the healthiest thing for both parties involved. Detachment also means knowing how to release the past and not carry it with you into every new chapter of your life. Too often we hold on to old hurts, disappointments, and regrets, and these emotional weights prevent us from fully living in the present moment. Graceful detachment teaches you to let go of the past's grip on your mind and emotions so that you can move forward with clarity and freedom. It's about accepting that the past is over and that it no longer has the power to control your future. By doing so, you open up space to receive new experiences, new people, and new opportunities that are in alignment with who you are today. When you master graceful detachment, you start to understand the power of non-attachment in all areas of your life. You can enjoy the good things without becoming possessive of them, and you can weather the storms of life without losing your sense of self. You develop a deep inner peace because you know that nothing in life is permanent, and you can't cling to anything or anyone without causing yourself harm. Instead, you learn to flow with the changes, to trust that whatever happens is part of your growth, and to let go with grace and dignity. By practicing graceful detachment, you allow yourself to live with more freedom and less emotional turmoil. You stop chasing after what doesn't serve you, and you create room for the things that truly align with your values and desires. In this space, you become the observer of your life rather than the one constantly reacting to it, and in doing so you gain a deeper sense of control over your own happiness and well-being. The energy you bring into any space is one of the most powerful things you can control. It's the invisible force that shapes how you interact with the world, how people perceive you, and how you influence the environment around you. Mastering this energy means understanding that it is not just about your actions or words, but about the energy you project through your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Lastly, when you become intentional with the energy you bring, you create a powerful presence that resonates deeply with others. When you connect with purpose, people can feel your energy before they even hear your words. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you look at others, the tone of your voice, and the confidence in your step. If you walk into a room with a positive and open energy, others will naturally gravitate toward you. They will be drawn to your warmth, your optimism, and your ability to make them feel good about themselves. On the other hand, if your energy is heavy or closed off, people will instinctively pull away. This is why mastering your energy is so crucial. It influences every interaction you have and creates the foundation for your relationships, both personal and professional. One of the most important aspects of mastering your energy is being aware of how you're feeling and why. Emotions are contagious, and when you allow your feelings to flow unchecked, you can unintentionally pass negative energy onto others. However, when you take control of your emotional state, by practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, or simply taking a moment to reset, you can shift the energy around you. The more aware you are of your emotional state, the more empowered you become to direct it in a way that serves you and the people around you. Your thoughts also play a massive role in the energy you project. Negative thinking or self-doubt can create an energy of insecurity, while positive, empowered thoughts help to radiate confidence and assurance. The way you think about yourself and your situation can either uplift or limit you. By mastering your inner dialogue, you begin to change the way you experience the world. Positive thoughts create a positive energy, and that energy attracts more positivity back into your life. The energy you bring also sets the tone for how others treat you. When you walk into a room with self-assurance, kindness, and a genuine interest in others, you invite the same energy back to you. People respond to the energy you put out. And if you show up with a sense of calm, empathy, and positivity, they are more likely to reflect those qualities back to you. This creates a harmonious exchange where everyone feels valued, understood, and uplifted. Make sure you spend time to yourself, because it will in turn improve the energy in the relationship. One of the most profound ways to master your energy is by learning how to protect it. Not every situation or person deserves your energy, and it's important to recognize when someone or something is draining you. Protecting your energy means setting boundaries with people or situations that don't serve your well-being. It means learning to say no when necessary, not out of anger or resentment, but out of self-respect. By doing so, you maintain a sense of inner peace and ensure that you are giving your energy to things that truly matter to you. In addition, mastering your energy involves recognizing your own personal power and using it to elevate others. The most magnetic individuals are those who are not afraid to share their positive energy with the world. They uplift others with their presence, not because they seek to impress, but because they genuinely want to see those around them succeed and thrive. When you focus on raising others up, you create an energy that is rooted in abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in mindset is transformative because the more you give, the more you receive, not just in material ways, but in emotional and spiritual fulfillment. Mastering your energy also means being intentional about the spaces you enter. Whether it's your home, your workplace, or social settings, the environment around you influences the energy you bring and receive. By cultivating a positive and peaceful environment, you set the stage for a positive exchange of energy. Simple things like organizing your space, surrounding yourself with uplifting people, and practicing gratitude can shift the energy in any room. When you are conscious of your environment, you create a space where your energy can thrive and where you can share that energy with others. Mastering your energy means accepting that you are always in control. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that external circumstances control how we feel or react, but the truth is, your energy is a reflection of how you choose to respond to the world. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you show up in the world and what energy you bring to the table. By taking responsibility for your energy, you take control of your life, your happiness, and your impact on those around you. In conclusion, the key to living a life filled with confidence, peace, and authenticity lies within yourself. When you understand that your power comes from within, when you set the standard for how others should treat you, when you embrace your true, authentic self, and when you practice graceful detachment, you unlock a life of freedom and fulfillment. What a beautiful life. You stop seeking approval or validation from others and instead begin to create your own path based on your values, your boundaries, and your unshakable sense of self-worth. By choosing to be real, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to trust your own journey, you step into a version of yourself that not only attracts the right people and opportunities, but also allows you to thrive without fear or hesitation. The world around you will begin to reflect the energy you bring, and you'll find that the more you embrace your authenticity, the more you will be surrounded by what truly aligns with your spirit. Remember, you don't need to impress anyone, because you are already enough, just as you are. Embrace that truth, stand firm in your worth, and watch how life responds in ways you never thought possible. When you live with self-assurance, authenticity, and grace, the world can't help but be drawn to you. Now,